In the harsh lands of Westeros, where winter's bite was as fierce as a direwolf's, Sir Marcus Blackwood found love in the most unexpected place. Lady Elena Tyrell, despite her family's objections, had captured his heart during a grand tournament at King's Landing. He had bested a dozen knights that day, but it was the fire in her emerald eyes, not the weight of his victories, that left him breathless. Their romance sparked outrage among the noble houses. The Tyrells, wielding their wealth and influence, threatened to cut all ties with the Blackwoods, warning Elena that aligning herself with a family of lesser means would be her ruin. Meanwhile, rival houses whispered in dark corners, scheming to prevent the union. A Blackwood-Tyrell alliance could shift the balance of power, upsetting long-held grudges and alliances. Yet, love is a force as wild as the storms over Shipbreaker Bay. Against the odds, the couple remained steadfast. They exchanged secret letters, hidden in bouquets of golden roses and black feathers, and met in moonlit gardens where whispered vows were stronger than any oath sworn before a septon. But on the night before their wedding, Elena proved her worth in a way no noblewoman was expected to. As Marcus readied himself for the morrow, a shadow crept through the castle halls. Assassins, paid in gold and silence, had slipped past the guards. Whether it was the Tyrell's doing or the work of another house, it did not matter. Death had come for them. Elena, ever watchful, had heard the telltale creak of the floorboards and the whisper of steel being drawn. Instead of screaming, she reached for her bow. The first assassin fell before he could cross the threshold of Marcus's chambers, an arrow buried in his throat. The second lunged at her, a dagger flashing in the dim torchlight, but Marcus was already upon him, steel clashing as the two men struggled. Blood spilled onto the stone floors before the last assassin collapsed at their feet. As the echoes of battle faded, Marcus turned to Elena, his chest rising and falling with adrenaline. She stood before him, her bow still in hand, her face calm, her aim steady. The soft candlelight caught in the strands of her golden hair, making her look like some vengeful goddess of old. "You saved my life," he murmured, wiping the blood from his blade. "And I will do so again if ever you need me," she said, not as a lady bound by duty, but as a warrior who had chosen her fate. By dawn, the castle was abuzz with whispers of the night's events. The critics, the naysayers, the doubters, none could deny what had transpired. Lady Elena Tyrell was not merely a pawn to be bartered and married off. She was a woman of strength, a fighter, a queen in her own right. And so, when they stood before the gods to take their vows, the union was no longer a scandal, but a legend in the making.